Y'all, we dealing with some technical issues, but yeah. Is your face behind me? Because we dealing with some technical issues. We're going to come to them from the living room this morning. We're coming to y'all from the living room, from our living room here, because that's when, you know, when the good folks come over, that's when you let them on into the living room space. That's right, not in the bed house, in the living room space. Oh, hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Woo. Oh, boy. I'm just getting things together here. Y'all know me. Oh, here we go. All right, all right. Oh, shit, that could have been a disaster. But only me. I'm accident prone, y'all. You think? Hold on, y'all. Let me get up in here and say hello to my people. Yeah. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Philly girl. Hey, Philly girl. Philadelphia, y'all. Philly girl. Hey, Monica. Hey, Blog. Philly girl, you need to get your people together. Y'all should got y'all people together last night. Hey, J Fane. Melissa. Love King. I'm just playing, Philly girl. I ain't jumping on you. It ain't your fault. I love you, girl. Clarissa okay. And Mont's World. How y'all doing? Ooh. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. Clarissa and Mont's World. I remember the first message they ever sent. Hey, Monica. Really? Yes. Hey, Velvet. Hey, Velvet. I ain't seen you in a minute either. I know. Velvet probably been working. She be working so hard. Hey, Ashley. What's going on, Ashley? Ashley. Medina. I got a special surprise for y'all this morning. Let me tell y'all something. Ashley. You want me to say coffee for you? They like that when we say coffee. Oh, they like our accent. What accent? When we say coffee. Because we say coffee. CAWFEE. Oh, yeah, coffee. 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 You want some coffee? Ashley, I love this. I love this, Ashley. Is it? No, there's two Ashleys. Is it this Ashley? Didn't Ashley send this to us? Ashley, no, I don't think it's that Ashley. Is it? It's not? I think it's the other Ashley. Well, whatever Ashley. The girl named Ashley sent this beautiful gift to us for our anniversary. It's a little clock, and it got our names inscribed on it. It says the McRae Kingz 2nd anniversary, June 30th, 2018. Ain't that nice? That is so nice, ain't it? Medina. Hey, Medina. Medina, we gotta have one of our long talks. She ain't been to sleep since yesterday. Me neither, but well, I had back it up. Yeah, that is the right Ashley. Okay. Hey, Patricia. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite anniversary gifts aside from well, everybody sent us nice. Everybody sent us good stuff. Like Medina sent us some beautiful stuff. That just took us by surprise. Yeah, it really did because she put like a lot of thought into this. Right. She did. She put a lot of thought into this. Plus, I love where she got it from. I love it. Is that Regal? Things Remembered. Yeah, Things Remembered. Yeah. One of my friends had brought me a bracelet from there, and I loved it. And somehow it got snagged on something and it broke, and I was so pissed. And I always kept saying, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get me a bracelet again. I take it off like when I'm by myself. I take it off. I take it out of the box because you see, I still got it in the box. It's still in its original box. But I take it out from time to time, and I look because they think this is for when company come over and they got them little badass kids. You can't let them touch this. Baby, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. You want to break your fingers? You ain't break your fingers? No, baby, don't touch that. Don't touch that. But this is like special. This is so special to us. Like I take it out from time to time, and I look at it. I just look at it. It's so beautiful. I don't even know. I don't even know the time is right on the damn thing.
And it's because it was the first thing we ever got that said McRae Kingz.
Yeah. So we not put that, child. You gonna get that down.
I'm putting it in.
Oh, here we go. We still got the battery. We still got the battery. We didn't put the battery in the clock. You know me.
It belongs.
You know me.
Joe, now come here. I can't wait till Friday to get you grilled.
For somebody to have thought of us that like that, you just don't know. I'm telling you. But thank you for that, Ashley. I want to share that with you guys, and I want to share that with y'all too. And y'all, we get stuff from y'all. We get a lot of things from people. And all I want to say is continue to send stuff, because we'll continue to take it. But, you know, I don't want y'all to think that...
Well, you right into it with him.
What?
Because he had his coffee and one this morning. Mont said, this is mine. I got my coffee and my blunt ready.
Speaking of that, oh my God, I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm excited.
He's so mad.
I'm mad. Marijuana is legal in the state of New Jersey. God damn it, and we just moved here to New York and it ain't legal.
And it ain't legal in New York yet.
How about that?
I already know if Jersey made it legal.
Yeah, it's gonna be
New York, because everybody's gonna leave New York, go to Jersey, and New York is gonna get mad because Jersey is making all this money, so they're gonna end up making it legal.
And see, I know y'all hear me talking
and
about
it would have been the reverse. If New York would have made it legal, everybody would have left Jersey, because Jersey and New York are like this close to each other.
Yeah. And see, I know y'all hear me talk about it a lot. Y'all hear me talk about marijuana a lot, and the reason why,
Coach Sherry,
for me, it's more than just a recreational.
Weed.
It's more than just recreational. For me, it's about it's for pain management, because I have diabetic neuropathy. I take a lot of pain medications, and I take a lot of medications to manage my pain. So I'll give you an example. I can smoke one marijuana blunt, right? And I won't have to take a pain medication for a whole week, versus taking 4 pills a day, which some of the different side effects of pain medications is they're highly addictive. Another is that they can cause a lot of internal bleeding.
Thank you, Coach Sherry.
They can cause a lot of things to happen to your internal system. Like right now, you know, and not to give y'all too much information about my health, but I am experiencing internal bleeding right now, and the doctors don't know why. So they're doing a lot of tests with me. It could be from the pain medications that I'm taking. It could be from because I have acid reflux because of my kidneys. It could be from, you know, the amount of Alka-Seltzer that I take to reduce the acid in my system. It could be from the Prilosec. It could be from the over-the-counter medications that I take for my acid reflux. But you know, marijuana being legalized would help me out a lot, because it means that I wouldn't have to take any pain medications. And I've been taking pain medications for since 2009, and that's a long time. So, you know, I hope that they do make it legal in New York. And I'm very responsible. I really don't drive. You know, my husband does the driving. He don't smoke. Matter of fact, he can't stand it. Like, I have to go, like, if I do smoke, like, marijuana, I have to go into another side of the house in order to do it, because he can't stand the smell.
But now you give me an edible, honey?
Yeah, him and the edibles. That's why he likes the edibles. But he gets carried away.
You know, edible, honey?
I be like, Joseph, you ain't supposed to eat a little tiny piece. No, he want to eat the whole damn cookie.
No, yesterday on Spades Live, we was talking about that. It was so funny. She was like, no, I'd rather smoke me a blunt, because I don't need to eat nothing and be like, woo! I feel it. I said, yes, that's how it hit you, honey. You eat and be just sitting there chilling, and all of a sudden you be like, whoa, I think I'm going to go mow the roof.
Right, exactly. Hear that.
I think I'm going to go mow, like that day when I ate that popcorn. That it was a little bag of pop. Why is my... What? It was a little bag of popcorn. Probably about hand size. Don't give me caramel popcorn because I love caramel popcorn.
He was getting ready to put on a unicorn outfit and run outside and sing "I'm Magically Delicious." That's how. That's what that popcorn did.
And then she sent me some honey because she infused honey. I was like, oh, she was like, Joe, the honey
that honey was good.
Like, she warns me all the time. She's like, Joe, it's strong.
That honey was good.
That's why I like messing with her edibles, because I've had edibles before, and I was like, child, this is a waste of time.
I want to take some macaroni and cheese.
I want her macaroni and cheese. Actually, but I do want to, but I don't think.
Now, see, if it becomes legalized,
I want her raspberry iced tea. I really want her chicken chili. But I don't think she can send that because there's no way to keep it from opening.
Right.
Mac and cheese I want.
Yeah.
She did a whole event.
Yeah.
She did a whole event where she did appetizers, a whole dinner, and then dessert. And I was like, how do these people drive home?
McRae Kingz edibles. That sound good, don't it? But anyway, y'all, the reason why we came on so early, I know y'all see that we early. The reason why we came on so early is because the anxiety level is just so thick.
Mom, let me tell you something.
You know?
I will eat an edible and be sitting there mad because I'm like, he'll smoke a blunt and be high. And I'm sitting there eating edible like, because when she gave me the caramel popcorn, she told me, Joe, don't eat the whole bag. Child, it was caramel popcorn. You can't, but I'm going to eat 2 pieces and put it back? No.
Well, let's be real. I don't smoke a whole blunt.
No.
I take like 2 pulls and then I'll be like, put it out, child. It'd be like,
so
like
we was watching Sonic the Hedgehog, so Tremel was, he was out like that. And I'm watching Sonic and I'm mad because I'm like, this popcorn ain't nothing. Ate the whole popcorn. Then all of a sudden,
knocked him right on his big ass.
Sonic started spinning on the TV screen and jumped off and spun around the room. And I texted, I said, girl, this some good shit. I said, I'm watching Sonic and he jumped off the TV and spinning around my room.
Now, usually around this time, I'll be watching my judge shows. But considering what's going on right now, we like watching the election. And, all right. Now, see, I ain't claiming victory yet. I'm not claiming victory yet. Hold on.
My phone, it's saying Biden have 338.
I know. But that if he did, yeah. But see, you need
Georgia and Philly is
the only how many you need to win. If he had 338, then
no. Look, I'm gonna show you. It just showed on my phone.
Okay, Biden got 224 electoral votes right now. Trump has 213.
See, look.
Yeah.
The Senate is even.
You said 238.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So how do they have that and they have this?
Because everybody ain't updating the same. Everybody don't drip the same, Joseph. Everybody don't drip the same. You're gonna see up here what you see on another channel. They may have something different and so on and so forth. But CNN has the most accurate.
And then according to this, they took over the House of Representatives. We did.
Yeah.
The Senate is even.
Yeah. But that's why we got up so early, guys. The anxiety is so
much.
It's so thick. This election is as important as it is. This is one of the most important elections ever. This election is going to go down in history. It's historical. It's historical. I mean, our president got got up at 2:30 in the morning almost. Had people up at 2:30 in the morning talking about and claiming victory when he has not won yet. He claimed victory. He said he won. And this is what I'm trying to get people to understand about what he did. See, people think he went on because he's a sore loser and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, that's not what it is. There is which I have to understand is Cheetos is smart. Cheetos is very intelligent. This is what Cheetos does. He knows all he has to do is put a narrative in your head. And once he puts that narrative in your head, they're going to be, a majority of the people, mostly his followers, are going to go with it. So this is the narrative that he wanted to put out. That this is garbage. This is an insult. This is an insult to the American people. He used certain words like, I want the voting to stop. The voting should have stopped. When he knows that the polls was closed at 9 o'clock and nobody wasn't voting at 2 o'clock in the motherfucking morning.
But this is his fault. Hold on. Everybody to vote by mail.
No, but this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. It's not about all that, Joseph. This is what it's about. See, if he can put an idea in people's heads that there is some shady goings on, then he's done what he's done what he set out to do. He's done what he set out to do. He had to put that narrative out there so that he would have something to stand on.
No, he put that narrative out there for me because he told everybody to vote by mail because he knew that those mail votes was not going to get really counted the way they're getting counted right now. He knew that those votes was not going to get counted. But he's gagging right now because they're counting every vote.
And the reason why and that's why he had to move on to the next thing. The next thing was to make the American people believe that something shady is going on in the background. And the way you do that is to say voting is still going on instead of counting the votes is still going on. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, because
that's it. I want you to stop right there. That's the narrative. I want y'all to understand that.
Well,
that's
like
the narrative.
Last night on CNN, the only people that really vote for him are uncollege educated people. So those dummies that live in all those little areas.
But this is what I want you to know.
They will believe
blogs
that.
Just let me tell you.
No, but they will believe that. People in big urban areas know better.
But wait a minute.
That ain't nobody still out there voting.
But I got to tell you something. If we lose this election, do you know who we need to blame for this? You know who we need to blame for this? And sadly, we need to blame these millennials. One of my sources just read a message to me that somebody wrote on Facebook where one of the millennials was in line to vote. And decided to get out of the line because they felt as though the line was too long. And before they left the line, they said, "Shit, I can vote on my phone for all of this." And they got out of line and they left. But see, this is the attitude. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all about millennials all this time. This is the attitude that a lot of millennials have. Millennials like to throw temper tantrums. Millennials are a mixture of children and adults. They like to throw temper tantrums because what you have to remember is the millennials are a product of parents that said, I don't want to treat my child like my mother treated me. I want my child to have the things that I didn't have. That's what millennials are a product of. So when you have millennials, when they didn't get their way, what did they do? They fell out on the floor and started squirming around like a worm, and they said, here, take the damn lollipop and shut the fuck up.
When you should have slapped the shit out of them and let them lay on that motherfucking floor. And if they did it in the store,
millennials
left them there and let them get snatched up to the black market, honey.
Right. But now that's why we have so much pregnancy. We have a lot of millennials that have been proven to have the highest pregnancies at such a young age. You know why? Because their parents said, no, I don't want you dating that boy down the street. But I love him. And if you don't let me date him, I'm going to run away. So what did the parents do? In order for their kid not to run away, they let little Jimmy from down the street move in. Okay, Jimmy, you can stay here. We'll give you your own room. Just as long as you don't have sex. Okay, Mrs. Thompson, we're not going to have sex. 2 weeks later, little Jenny Piccolo, pregnant. It's a product. This is what millennials are. Millennials Another example. Okay, little Junie, you finished college. Why are you back home? Why haven't you found a career? Well, I can't find a job, Mom. Can't find a job, so I'm going to be staying in the basement. Look, Mom is like, no, you can't stay in the basement. You need to be out on your own. But Mom, you didn't have to be out on your own when you was my age. You was living with Grandma and Grandpa. So why do I have to go and find a job? I'm going to stay here as long as I want to. And Mom go right on upstairs. What you want to eat, babe? That's what millennials do.
No, first of all, the first problem is when they 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and you giving them a motherfucking option on what to eat for dinner. I don't recall having an option. No, that's when it starts. When you start giving them bitches options, they don't deserve options. They children. They get what you make. And if they don't eat, guess what? They little motherfucking asses will go to bed hungry. That's why I don't have kids. Because I'm telling you, they would take them or they would lock me up. Because ain't no option. If I feel like I'm cooking spaghetti and you fix your little mouth to tell me you don't want spaghetti, guess what? The only other option you have is to go in the bathroom and drink some water out the toilet. Or you can eat the spaghetti and have a good home-baked meal. But I won't be making chicken nuggets. I won't be buying you a pizza. I won't be giving you Tostinos. I won't be giving you a motherfucking Pop-Tart. I've watched parents do it and I sit there and I cringe. What do you want for dinner? I'm making chicken. I don't want chicken. I want chicken nuggets. Well, how about this? You know that baked chicken I cut up? I will cut that bitch into little squares and be like, pretend that's a motherfucking nugget. You got a choice. My grandmother ain't give me no option. There was plenty of day I didn't want to sit there and eat tuna fish and rice for dinner.
Joseph, we had this conversation all day because that's
but I'm saying. But then they wonder why they little stupid ass kids grow up to be the little entitled pieces of crap that they are now.
Yeah, because when they roll their eyes, you didn't pull their eyes out and say, this is what it look like when you roll your eyes.
Right.
We can have this conversation all day.
That's why I ain't got
We can have this conversation all day about it.
And that's why I don't like kids. I had a friend. And she asked like they would bring their kids to work. It was like
Joseph, don't say you don't like kids. We got a
No, it was bring your kids to work day. Now, one of my friends, she would bring her daughter. Her daughter was the sweetest little girl. She would come to my desk. I would give her candy, and she would tell her mother, "Mom, can I sit with Joseph?" She said, "Joe, you mind?" Because I said, your daughter could stay with me all day long. Because she was the nicest, politest little girl. Gave her pens and paper, and she just sit there and draw. My other friend, why you don't let my daughter? I said, because your daughter's a bitch. Because she don't know how to act.
Joseph, you can't.
She's nasty. I said, and by the time you come back, my fist will be down her throat, and I'll be pulling her esophagus out, and then you won't want to fight me and send me to jail. So to avoid all of that, you keep that monster over there. Well, could she have some candy? No, she don't deserve candy.
Well, now,
I don't feel bad. Let me tell you something.
We're not candidates for babysitters.
No, if your child is well-mannered, yes, please. No, thank you.
You talk about me. I'll be scared to leave my damn children with you.
No. Let me tell you something. When it comes to kids, like my niece, I would babysit her anytime. Deja ain't never give me a problem. Tracy leave the house. Deja in her room on her iPad. Child, I would forget I was babysitting. I have to get up and be like, "Oh, child, let me go check on her."
Yeah, because Tracy's a bust of
No, you didn't. Honest to God, you didn't have to. Because she was like, I told you the only problem that me and Deja had was she was scared to ask me for anything. So I would say, "Deja, you hungry?" She say no. 5 minutes later, she on the phone with Tracy saying, "I didn't feed her." And then Tracy yelling at me, "Why you didn't feed her?" I said, "I just asked her." She said she wasn't hungry. That's the only problem we would always have. Every time Tracy let me babysit, I go, "Deja, you hungry?" No. 5 minutes later, she on the phone with Tracy. "Mommy, I'm hungry." And then Tracy yelling at me. I'm like, "Deja, didn't I just ask you, did you want something to eat?" "Yes." I said, "See, I'm not lying." She told me no. But past that, I like little kids that are, They fall in line. They know they little kids. They mind their business. They do what little kids do because that's how I was. My grandmother would wear me out. Now, when ain't nobody around, that's a whole nother story. When you ain't around nobody and your kids act the fuck up, then guess what? That's what all kids do. But people used to ask my mother. She would take me and my sister places, and people used to ask her, "How you get them to do that?" And she's like, "Get them to do what?" They was like, "How do you get them to do that?" And she's like, "Get them to do what?" We sit there. They had bowls of candy on their table. We never touched it. They would go, "Y'all could, Joe, Trey, y'all could have some candy." We look at my mother. She go, "Y'all could have a piece." We knew not to come back with more than one piece of candy. Because if you took more than one, you were putting them both back. Because she said you could have a piece of candy. That is how it's supposed to be. But nowadays, your kids are embarrassing you in front of people, making you look like a fool, and y'all just accepting it. I'm cool with kids acting a fool when they home with their parents because we all did that. No, we all did that. We all acted a certain way when nobody was around. It was just us and our parents and whatever. You're going to be mouthy. You're going to be whatever. Mm-hmm. But most kids back in the day knew when you stepped foot out that house, you had a whole nother persona.
No, but see, what you got to remember is I'm older than you. See, my mother and father didn't play it. See, kids, see, listen. I come from a school with kids, like, honestly, I come from a school where kids were seen and not heard. Period, point blank, pull. And even when you wasn't seen, you better be in that back room and you better not be doing nothing but sitting down watching TV. See, my mother was one of the people that would pull your whole esophagus out, connected to your urethra tube, and then you wouldn't be able to do nothing but piss and run. That's it. Okay, you come back, and your child ain't had no eyes because my mother had them in her hand. Oh, I got them right here. Because I pulled them out and told them this is what it look like when you roll your eyes. Okay? Well, you come back and your child couldn't speak. What happened? I had to hit him in the back of the head with a hammer. I had to go find something and hit him in the back of the head with a hammer and make his teeth click, and now he can't talk. He won't be talking for the next couple of days. See, that's the school I come from. Where your grandmother told you to sit your little ass on that front porch in that swing.
I told my mother I was going to run away. She opened the door and said, "Bye." I said, "Well, I got to get my clothes."
Father told me.
She said, "You ain't buying no clothes.
I'll be talking about this in my book. But my father, I used to run away all the time. My father used to tell me all the time, if you're going to run away, don't come back. You better not come back." And see, my father gave me a reason not to come back. And I don't know why I ran away so much, because every time I ran away, I got fucked up when I got back home. You know, that's the school I come from. And you know, and y'all, I'm writing my book right now. I'm in the process of writing my book, and I'm breaking down a whole lot of stuff that happened to me as a kid that in this day and age would be considered. My parents would have been in jail. My mother and father would have just been getting out of jail on furlough.
Oh, that's why. Because
I'm talking.
I'm sorry. I just realized that I'm seeing people.
Okay, well, I don't talk when you talk. This is what I'm saying. I come from a school where, you know, if my parents was doing to me what they was doing to me back then, they probably be just getting and got punished for it. They probably just be getting out of jail on furlough. A lot of these parents. And you know, I'm on the fence when it comes to corporal punishment. I'm on the fence when it comes to punishing a child and so on and so forth. But then I say sometimes some children, I used to be a teacher. I taught for 1 year, and I realized I really learned how to respect teachers, because it takes a lot. It takes a life dedication to be a teacher. Y'all, I couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? One day I walked out the class. I walked out the class in the middle of school. I walked out of class and said, "I quit. I can't do this." Because children are some of the most difficult people to deal with. I mean, I even worked as a school photographer. Did I tell you about that time I worked as a school photographer? Mm-hmm. I used to work, and see, y'all, what y'all parents don't know, y'all parents in the chat, y'all don't know. See, and when you take pictures in school, the school board requires them to sit a certain way. They have to sit like this. They have to sit with their hands like this, and they have to sit up like this. And all the little girls would come in there because they didn't want to take their picture like that. They want to take their picture like this. So you would sit them up the way they're supposed to be sitting, and you go back to the camera, get ready to take the picture, and next thing you know, they would be doing this. Or you get the boys. You get the boys that come in there, and they want to have a mustache. So they go in the bathroom and paint a mustache on with motherfucking eyeliner. And you can't take a picture like that. See, because you got a boss to answer to, and your boss will say to you, why did you let that child take that picture? But then you got parents that will come in and say, why did you make my daughter sit up like that? My daughter said you made her sit up like that and you didn't want her to take the picture the way she wanted to take it. And you touched her and abused her.
And I would look
parents don't make it no better. It's parents that parents don't make it no better.
And put my finger on her forehead and say, "Now I touched the abuse you, bitch."
No, but no, I'm serious. Parents don't make it no better.
No, because they let them do.
They don't because they want their children to come home.
But you know why? I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what none of y'all say, because ain't none of y'all gonna change my mind. It's because these people don't want to be parents. That's why they sit back and they let their kids get whatever they want and do whatever they want to do, because they don't want a parent. It's just so much easier to give them what they want and shut them the fuck up, as opposed to being a parent and doing your job. Period.
Auntie Pee Wee said children are evil as fuck.
They are. They are, and that's why I
don't
all
of
them.
them. It's not all of them, Joseph.
No, it's not. Like I said, the good ones, you got a chance with me all day long. But them little bad ones, baby, I teach them what evil is, honey, because I don't care. I'm going to tell my mother, and I'll slap that bitch, too. I told a little kid that. They said, I'm going to tell my mother. I said, nah, slap that bitch, too, because she needs to slap you, and I'm going to slap her for not slapping you. How about that?
Monte said, hey. He said, we talking about him.
But because if he a little spoiled black, then I'm going to slap the shit out of you, too.
But Auntie Pee Wee,
and if you got a child and you let your child act like that, I'm going to slap the shit out of you for letting your child act like that.
The eyeliner goes way back, child. The eyeliner go way back to back in the day when men wore when men wore conch in their hair. Is that what it was called? Mm-hmm. Yeah, conch. It was conch. Then when men would perm their hair to make it look straight. It goes back to that. Even I as a kid, I wore eyeliner, before I got a mustache. I didn't get a mustache until I was about 25 years old. But I wore eyeliner. But I didn't wear it to the point where it looked like it was damn it eyeliner on there.
And Auntie Pee Wee, I agree with what you said. But there's just first of all, you learn to be a parent from your parents. Now there are certain things.
Yeah, my mother would hit me. My mother would karate chop me in the throat, child, in the middle.
From your parents that you don't want to do to your kids. For example, if Tramel was getting abused physically, if we had a child, I wouldn't expect him to be the one to beat the child, or because he's not going to want to do that because he knows he didn't like that. Now me, I'll fuck him up because that's what my grandmother did to me, and I ain't dead. I ain't cried. But then again, my beatings wasn't as bad as his.
Well,
beatings.
Joseph, you wasn't totally innocent in the game. You walking across coffee tables and carrying on.
I never said I shouldn't have got beat.
No. You opening up the car in the car. You opened up the car window in a car wash.
I never said I didn't do things that didn't require me to get popped. I never said that.
Popped.
I never.
Is that all you thought you should have got?
I said the poppings was, they didn't hurt me.
Joseph, when your grandmother was praying, you used to tell her, "Could you please hurry up?"
Yes, because I didn't want to be bothered. It was like, enough, girl. We been sitting here. My knees hurt. Then she wants you to get on your knees. I was fat. My knees was hurting. There wasn't on no pillow. I was on that hard concrete in the project. Nobody want to be down there while she decided to pray for an hour and a half and then fall asleep because she prayed too damn long. I ain't got time for that. We leave her down there sleeping. We get up and leave her. Then she all stiff because she done slept on her knees for like an hour and a half.
Already you told her I hate
He
mama.
know I'm telling the truth. He know I'm telling the truth because he went through it before I did. He know I'm telling the truth.
Oh, Lord.
And she done whipped his little behind quite a few times, too. My grandmother wasn't no joke when it came to a belt or a cord or a broom handle. Right? And she back pop you. Oh, she used to pinch the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah, my grandmother used to pinch me.
And he hate that.
Well, my grandmother, I never really gave my grandmother.
Let me ask you a question. Why you think he don't like garlic?
He never told me. You never told
Because
me.
my grandmother cooked with so much of it, it just permeated the house.
I thought he was allergic to it.
No, he don't like it because she cooked with so much garlic, it just permeated the house. The walls smell like garlic. It didn't bother me because I like garlic. That's why he don't like garlic. Because she just cook it. Then if she... Let me tell you something.
I thought Uncle Fred was allergic to garlic.
No, it's because my grandmother, she used to just sit and boil garlic cloves. Or she tell you like this. Oh, I made an elixir when you sick, right? It's honey, lemon, and she got cloves of garlic in there. First, she gets you. Because she gets you the honey and lemon. So you like, oh, this is good. Child, she come and give me some honey and lemon. This time it got garlic cloves in it. So you just open your mouth and then you're like, hey, what is in there? Garlic. You need some garlic. He know I'm not lying. He know I'm telling the truth.
Wait a minute. Uncle Fred said Joe was not a bad child. Just a double bad child.
Right. He know I'm not lying. He know I'm telling the truth. He know I'm telling the truth. Or when she put onions in your sock. When you was sick, she put some onions in your sock.
My mother tried to do that to me one time. I was like, I'm not sitting here.
You know, you get sick the first time, she put onions, but then the next day got onions and garlic. That's why he don't like garlic. I'm telling you, because my grandmother would slip garlic. She make tomato soup and just sit there and cut up some garlic.
Lord Jesus.
She would. That's why he don't like garlic.
You know, my grandmother was legendary for. She used to like. My grandmother used to put everything in the freezer. My father had bought her this deep freezer. She had been. I think from the time I was like 5 years old until my father and my uncle and my aunt finally did it. Bought her a deep freezer. She put every damn thing in the deep freezer. And my grandma was legendary for having stuff in her freezer that had protective ice on. You know what protective ice is? Protective ice is that ice that be on the ice cream if it be in the freezer too long. It done grew a whole nother colony of ice where you had scooped up the ice cream out of. I call it protective ice. Or when the vegetables, the frozen vegetables or whatever is in your freezer got these little protective frost of ice slithers all over them. That's what protective ice is.
I needed a whooping when I was little. Like, because especially when it came to other little kids. See, my problem with little kids started when I was a little kid. And I'm being honest. My problem with little kids started when I was a little kid. Because when I was a little kid, if I didn't like you, I would just haul off and pop the shit out of you. And beat you up and go about my business. And then I would get a whipping. Because I done beat some little kid up. And then, why did you hit them? Because they're stupid. And that was always my response. They're stupid. I don't like them. And I never liked little kids. As a little kid, I didn't like little kids. So honestly, I stayed to myself until like I had a little circle of friends that I was okay with. So as an adult, for me not to like kids, it makes sense because I didn't like kids when I was a kid. I just didn't. Because it was you're going to do what I say when I say do it. And I'm like that as an adult too. But as a little kid, it was like, if you're not going to do what I tell you to do, then you don't need to be in my circle, so bye-bye.
Oh, you was like my sister Kelly.
And if you tried to stay in my circle, I just beat your ass and then send you on your way.
My sister Kelly would go she wasn't allowed in the candy store because, she would tell the kids, she would go in the candy store and tell the kids what to buy. And if they didn't buy what she told them to buy, she would be like, okay, well, then you ain't coming to my birthday party. Birthday 2 years away. You ain't coming to my birthday.
No, I would tell them that they had to, my mother was so pissed at me one year because I told them that they either had to come with a Hallmark card with money in it, or if it wasn't a Hallmark card, then it better have money in it because they wasn't getting no cake.
Well, see, I don't understand.
So
I never had birthday parties.
Everybody gave me a Hallmark card with at least $5 in it, except one person. He brought me some little no-name card out of a box. And it didn't have no money in it. Well, when I tell you that I made him of the joke the entire night, I made fun of him, and it was time for cake.
You what now?
A card out of a box. You know how you buy a box of birthday cards?
Yeah.
And when I looked at the back, because I went in there, opened the cards, looking at the back, and if it didn't say Hallmark, when it didn't say Hallmark, I made fun of him. And I'm not saying this was right, because it was wrong on so many levels. I looked at the card.
You are so mean.
And I made fun of him all night long. I was like, you poor. Why would you bring your poor self to my party? Everybody here, I made an announcement. Everybody here gave me money. I can see the look on his face right now. I can see it. My mother was about to strangle me in front of all my friends. I said, he gets no cake. I told y'all what the rules were. He gets no cake. So I went and passed cake out to everybody but him. And my mother looked at me and said, oh, you won't do this tonight. Ooh, she made me so mad. She cut him the biggest piece of cake. A hunk. I was like, are you serious?
That was mean, Joseph.
I was like, are you serious right now, Ma? You gonna give him cake? And I was in 8th grade. So however old I was in 8th, was it 8th grade or 7th grade? I was only in 7th or 8th grade. I was so mad at my mother because she gave him cake. I stormed off into the room and never came out till everybody left. Because I was mad.
I'm like, so taken aback by that.
Are you really? I told you I was a bitch. You thought I would be playing when I tell you, like, the things I do as an adult, well, like now I'm calm compared to the shit I used to do when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I didn't have no problem with hurting your feelings and embarrassing you in front of everybody. Everybody. And continually just make fun of you in front of everybody because you didn't listen to me and you didn't do what I told you to do because you're supposed to do what I tell you to do. And if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
That's where that comes from.
So now you see, because Tremel says I'm a big baby and I throw a temper tantrum.
Oh, God. He's a big baby. When I tell y'all my husband's a big baby, when I was coloring his hair,
again, I'm not
he was having a fit. Tremel, it has to come off right now. Oh my God, I can't believe you bought this one. You should have bought the other.
It was burning my face. It wasn't burning my head, it was burning my face.
I'm like, Joseph. I'm like, Joseph, you were the one that wanted this.
And I'm not, what I did was wrong. I know that I'm wrong now, but at the time when I was younger, I felt justified in what I did because I said, this is the rules, and you need to follow the rules. And he didn't follow the rules. So,
did you ever go back and apologize?
No, why would I do that?
Because that was nice, Joseph. That was not nice. That was not nice. You need to find him
on Facebook. I felt my mother needed to apologize to me.
No, you need to find him on Facebook, and you need to go back and apologize to him. That was not nice. You could have hurt that boy's spirit to the point where he could have just devastated his life.
I didn't like him no way. I did.
But he was nice enough to
We would argue every day in
Joseph,
school.
don't you know I didn't have no birthday parties growing up?
I'm not saying what I did was right. I know it was wrong.
No.
Now I know it was now I know it was wrong.
That's a shame.
I did some really,
I can't believe I'm married to you. I want a damn divorce.
I did some really
I want a damn divorce right now. I want a divorce. Get the damn lawyer shit.
I did some really mean stuff to kids when I was
I ain't got nothing else to say to you for the rest of the damn day. I can't believe him, Joseph. That was not nice.
So that's why when I tell y'all how I would treat a child, I mean it because I never liked kids. Even as a kid, I didn't.
Well, see, I don't like kids for a whole other different reason.
It was I just never did. Like I liked kids that were. You had to be like me. You had to be mild-mannered and calm and. You know.
Wait a minute, wait. Hold on.
I was always mild-mannered.
Let's rewind this.
When I was in school, the most they always say was...
Oh, you mild-mannered now?
When I was in school, the only report my mother would always get, they would say, Joseph is smart, he gets 100s, he gets A's, but I have to keep him away from Keisha and Tamika and all the rest of the girls because all he does is sit and talk to them all day long. Because I was bored. It was like, girl, Teach the lesson and shut up. Let me talk to my little girlfriends over here, honey. We got something going on. You do your job and teach us. But we know we doing. We got it over here. I never said that. But that's the way I was thinking. We would pass notes and eat bubble gum, eat bazookas, and blow bubbles. But I was good. They couldn't say nothing because I was passing.
I'm not judging you because I was too busy.
No, I mean I was a good kid. It was just that if I didn't like you, then I was just the nastiest, evilest person.
Well, let me just put. I was
that
good.
You ever wanted to meet.
I was good out of fear. See, you were good. You were good just because.
He said, "I know why Tremel has to get the hammer now."
Yeah, because my husband. Let me tell you something. He is a baby. A baby. Like I'm telling y'all, we will go. Like for instance, we'll go to a.
Matter of fact, Arlene isn't. But Arlene didn't come to my birthday.
We'll go to a fast food restaurant. We'll go to McDonald's or something like that, right? And he'll get an attitude because he don't like the person that's taking the order. He don't like the way they're taking the order. He don't like their voice or something like that. And then we get up to the window. That same person taking the payment and stuff like that. He get a good look at him. He'll get mad if they take too long. If they take too long, this one right here, he gonna pull out and pull out. He gonna pull out.
Get it wrong.
Like I'm like Joseph, who are you punishing? Because you're the one that's hungry, right? You're the one that's hungry. You think you punishing that person?
It happened 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. You think you punishing that person that's in the window? See, because what they're gonna do is take the next order. Who you punishing? Who you punishing? I don't care. I'm not giving him my money. And here we are. Here I am, my stomach on my back. Saying hello. Because he done got mad. Because he didn't like the way they took the took the order, or it was taking too long.
I was getting ready to have a fit yesterday when I went and got that suit.
Curbside pickup doesn't supposed to take this long. Joseph do curbside pickup. He expected them to bring it out right away.
Remember that day I went in?
Like he places the order in the parking lot.
Hey, Carlos.
And then drives around and expects for them to have his order right then and there. And then this is what kills me about him. When they bring the order, he got to pull off like he's Starsky and Hutch. I'm like, Joseph, I just want to know, are we going to be sitting in the front seat of that car when we get out the parking lot? Is that just let me know what's getting ready to happen? Am I going to eat an airbag sandwich? What's going on? He's a baby. He don't like waiting in line for nothing. Tremel, no. Like we go to Walmart. I hate going to Walmart with him, cause Joseph, I'm the Walmarty. Wally World's my favorite place to be. I can stay in Walmart all day and go all up and down the aisles. I can go up and down the aisles and just look at stuff, especially electronic department, because I'm a techie.
Hey, sure.
I'm a techie. I love Tremel. He'll make an excuse. Tremel,
tell him what just happened.
My legs hurt. I know, Tremel. I'm in the store. Everything going fine. I thought everything was going fine. See, long as he right behind me, see, he got to be within my eyes length so that I can make sure that everything is okay, y'all. Y'all understand what I be going through. If he ain't in my eyes length, if I can't see him somewhere, because he turns around, I turn around and make sure, where's he at? Okay, he's standing over here. I'll be like, stay right there. He can't make him. Well, I'm going to such and such department. Don't never turn out right. Bling, bling, bling. Are you almost done? Because I'm getting ready to punch this lady in her face. What happened? It's just 5 minutes. Get my medication. I wanted to go walk around the store. I need new wife beaters. I need some new drawers. Maybe I want to look in the jewelry department. Can't do that.
I was justified. Was I not?
That's why I tell them to get, those little carts that they have that you can drive around. I tell them to get in one of those.
Child, I'll run a bitch over.
I tell him to get in one of those for a reason. He think I tell him to get in there, get in one of them because his legs start hurting and stuff like that. I tell him to get in one of those because it's much safer for everybody else. See, because Joseph is the type of person, if you push his cart, you might end up inside yours. I had to hurry up and run over there. And I said, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What?"
But you have to tell him what happened. Well, he don't know because he wasn't over there. So I went in the little. He was looking for some kind of medicine for his little acid reflux. So I went into the tooth aisle because I wanted to get those little flossing things. And then he said he needed a new toothbrush. So I'm looking at the toothbrushes and my back is turned. So behind me, like honestly, well, we had a cart full of food because we had went food shopping. But normally I use the cart because since I had the stroke, like sometimes the dead side, the right leg, feel like it's going to give out. Even though it has never, but I use the cart like for support. So I'm standing there and I feel in my mind Tremel pulling the cart out of my hand. So I'm getting ready to turn around and say something now. It's Karen. Karen decided that she didn't want to say excuse me. Karen decided she was going to move my cart out of my hand so she can get past. So when I turned around, I just looked and said, "This bitch?" And she was like, "Well, you're in my way. Excuse me." I said, "No, bitch. You say excuse me first. You don't move nothing out of my motherfucking hand."
I'm surprised I didn't hear that.
And from there, that's when I called him and said, "I'm going to fuck this bitch up. You better, are you done? Because I'm going to punch her in her fucking face." And he was like, "Oh, God, what happened? What happened?" You don't just take my cart out of my hand. Like, who does that? Because you don't want to say excuse me. Like, I won't snatch you by your throat, woman or man or 2-year-old or 5-year-old or 6-year-old. 8 to 80, you can get an ass whipping.
Yeah, well, I had an incident this week, too.
Like, I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. See, and this is why, y'all.
But this is because of that.
This is why it's safe. This is why it's so much safer to stay in the house, y'all. Is because you get into issues. I sit sometimes and I wonder how people get into certain situations they get into. Like I'm at the doctor's office this week, right?
Don't say it, please. We want to be monetized. Use the other word. Don't use that word.
Oh, okay. I'm at the doctor's office, waiting for Now I go to a clinic where a lot of people that receive Medicaid and Medicare and stuff like that go.
Broke bitches.
And so I'm in the clinic and I'm sitting there and I'm looking all almondsy and cute and things. I got it snowed that day, so I had my little pea coat on and I was looking, a little cute. I had my little jewelry on and things, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like this with my phone, and I'm like sitting on my phone and minding my business, and out of the side of my ear, I hear somebody drop the F-bomb. Like more than once. Which, I'm looking at my phone, but I'm looking up like, is they talking to me? And so I really didn't look up at the time, so I just, waited to see if I was going to hear it again. See if they was bold enough to say it again. And I looked up this time. And I looked up, and it was 2 little crackheads sitting over there, a woman and a dude. And so that made me put my phone down. I said, "Excuse me, crackhead 1, crackhead 2. Y'all talking to me? Y'all got something to say to me?"
Now in the interim, he called me because I was outside. Jesus be offense that my phone only rang 2 times and then hung up, because had I heard that,
she said, "Excuse me, who you calling a crackhead?" I said, "I'm calling you a crackhead. You and him. Crackhead 1, crackhead 2. And these was the crackheads. These was the old school crackheads. The crackheads that get some crack Because there's two different types of crackhead, right? Y'all know it's two different types of crackhead. It's one kind of crackhead that just smoke crack and chill out, and sit back, relax until they get their next hit, right? You got the other crackhead that ain't satisfied with that one hit of crack. They got to look on the carpet and be like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the other kind of crackhead. That was them kind of crackheads. You know, the ones that look out on the carpet and look like they child could be a little piece of lint and they think it's a piece of crack. Type crackhead. I said y'all too. Y'all, yeah, I'm talking to y'all. And so security heard that there was something going on, and security came run. I don't know where they came from, but all I know is these two security officers be at the front door, which is like a long way away from where I was. Somehow they made it to me, cause like y'all, I'm not no little dude. I'm not no little dude. I'm 6 feet.
Melissa said I was on BIGO when he came back to the car, so I know what happened.
Oh yeah, she know what happened. She got the real deal. Cause yeah, and then I picked up the phone. I said, Joseph, I said, you know what? Because security guards is like, you know, calm down. I said, let me call my husband. I said, I'm getting ready to call my husband. I said, my husband take care of all this shit right here, right now. My husband can take care of all this shit.
Thank God.
So the man was like, no. I was like, you know what? I said, fuck all this shit. I said, you know what? Let me tell you something, you two crackhead bitches. Yeah. You sniggling one and sniggling two. I said, one thing for certain, two things for sure. One thing for certain, that both of y'all is crackheads. And two things for sure is there will be two words that you will never utter in your life. And that's silver and gold. And the security guards took them away. Took her away. She had a little teardrop coming in her. I said, yeah, and I picked up the phone and called Joseph again. The phone rang twice. I was so damn mad, I just hung up the damn phone. I said, I'll tell them on the way. I said, because I guarantee you these two crackheads are going to be those type of crackheads, they get that, you know, they come into the clinic to get their little medication and make them high. And I know they wasn't leaving. I figured they wasn't leaving until they got their medication, their prescriptions. So I asked Joseph, I said, did you see these two crackheads come out? But then Joseph was like, which ones? Which ones, Tramel? Which ones? So they probably walked out the door without him seeing them. He sat there for a little while and he tried to wait for them to come out. I was like, Joseph, they ain't coming out. They must have came out already. You must have missed them or something.
Because you know I would have walked right up to them and said,
but see, this is why I stay in the house. This is why I stay in the house. See, because I hate getting in situations like that. I hate getting, see, I don't like being mean. See, my husband, he gets a pleasure out of it. Once he get it going, he gets a going. He get a pleasure out of like
a snowball down a hill,
knocking you down from head to toe. He get a kick out. I don't get a kick out of that stuff. See, because I'm not a confrontational person. See, I'm one of them people that you can be sitting there talking and shit, but you talking and I got your hand in my throat, and I'm pulling your urethra tube up out your throat and connecting it to your ear, so you can't do nothing but hear and pee. That's what's happening. That's who I am. See, because I'm 52 years old. Be 53 next month, December 15th. Mark that on your calendars. We're having a birthday celebration, special virtual birthday celebration for me. You ain't got to bring no gift, just bring yourself. I'm used to not having no birthday party, no birthday gifts. But I said I'm going to give myself a birthday party because I ain't never really had birthday parties. But anyway.
They still got a million.
I'm at an age now where I don't like to argue with people. I don't like to argue with people. I either stab you or I go find something. I go find something. What you say? You say something? Pop! Oh, why you mad? Why you mad? You can't talk? You mad at me because you can't talk? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't argue. So I had to pop you. So that's just who I am.
1 million plus votes still account in Philly.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, just to give you an update on what's going on in the election, Biden is still at 224. Trump is at 213 electoral votes. We haven't heard anything else from the president. Has he tweeted anything? Well, I don't follow him on Twitter. I don't follow him on nothing. But they're still saying they have a million plus. 1 million plus votes to be counted in Philadelphia right now. They still haven't given an update on any of the other states that are still counting votes. The fact of the matter is, guys, we don't know how long it's going to take for us to get a definite answer on who can claim victorious. I know who I want to win, but I ain't claiming no victory yet. I'm not, and I don't think that anybody else should claim victory. But at the end of the day, whatever the case may be, we have to go with what the American people say. If the American people say Cheetos is in for another 4 years, then we got to go with that. We ain't got no other choice. If they say Biden is in, we ain't got no other choice. We can go with that, you know. So with that being said, guys, we're going to get on out of here and start our day. We have a couple of errands to run and stuff like that. It has been a pleasure, you know, spending time with you and sharing our little stories and stuff like that. You know, we get so many messages from you guys saying how much you love our little stories and stuff like that. And guys, we don't look at it that way. We just are who we are, you know. But we thank you and appreciate you for, you know, seeing so many different things in us. We very, very seldom get, you know, criticism, like harsh criticisms, right? And that's a great thing, because there are a lot of YouTube content creators out here that just get all kinds of stuff. And we want to continue to do that. We want to continue to bring you good content. Content that you like, content that you love, content that you enjoy. So make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. We're here on YouTube, and we're now broadcasting on Facebook every day. At least for the next 30 days. We'll be broadcasting on Facebook and also Twitter. And now we're on BIGO, guys. And we thank you guys for your support on BIGO. Those of you that have decided to come over to BIGO and support us and give us beans and diamonds and gifts and things. Thank you. And for those of you that potentially may come on, welcome. We welcome you. We welcome you. And if you're interested in being a BIGO host, let us know. We may be able to help you or assist you in your endeavors in becoming a BIGO host. If there's no other announcements, we're going to get on out of here. Any other announcements? Oh, the masterclass, guys. Make sure that you're signing up for the masterclass. I will be putting an advertisement on about the masterclass that we will be posting on our community wall. The masterclass is going to be a host of different live streams hosted by the TBT squad, being Monica of MJ&J and blogs and fiction, and also us, the McRae Kingz, doing a master class. We want to give you some tools to bring into the new year, some positivity on several different things. Joseph and I will be doing the love and marriage. We will be covering the love and marriage segment of the master class. The master class is only $25. Mm-hmm. It's only $25. And it will not be in this forum. It will be on the Zoom forum. When you pay your $25, you will get the special password code key in order to enter the master class. And the master class is going to be a 4-day event it's going to feature each content creator per night, and then on the last night, all 4 of us. I'm sorry. So sign up for the masterclass, and you can sign up with blogs and fiction. You can sign up with Monica and MJ&J. You can sign up with us as well for the masterclass. Just send your $25 amount to one of us via CashApp. You can send it to TheMKingz, which is right there. And in your description, please put master class. or MSTR class. So that we will know that you have paid for the master class. Also, those of you that wish to donate to the McRae Kingz platform, please feel free to do so. Thank you. One of our subscribers actually donated to Jomel, and Jomel will be going to the groomers on Friday. Praise God, praise Jesus, praise Him. Yes, Lord, he'll be going to the groomers on Friday to get his hair done. And I can't wait. Oh, not just because not only because he's like a crack baby right now, but you know, I love to see. I told y'all my dog has the most just beautiful. His eyes. He has a beautiful. His eyes are beautiful. He has beautiful green eyes. So I can't wait for him to get his hair cut. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna get on out of here. If there's nothing left to say, Joseph, okay. If there's nothing left to say, I guess we will see you guys on tomorrow.
I'm good, and thank all of y'all that wished me well yesterday because I didn't feel good. I feel better today.
Yeah, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you feel better too. So we're gonna get on out of here, and we will talk to you guys on tomorrow. Please make sure that you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And remember, it's Team McRae.
All damn day.
Talk to you soon.
Later, y'all.
Bye, guys.